Today's ticket is a staggering 122% more likely to win a top prize than it was at launch. Welcome to today's Lotto lecture. Welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at 2 million Gold Rush Multiplier. Picture to the left, you can see what the ticket looks like. Here's some quick things we should know. The top prize is going to be worth 1.2 million or 80,000 every year for the next 25 years. The ticket price is $10. The overall odds are going to be 1 in 3.41, and it was launched on January 13th, 2025. We'll begin by looking at the odds of each prize at launch to compare them with how they are now. Picture to the left, you can see exactly that. The prize amount, the odds at launch, and the number of prizes at launch. What we're most concerned with today is going to be the $2 million top prize and everything you can expect to find in the average book down. So $20, $15, and $10 prizes. Another thing we can look at are the most recent top prize claims. For this ticket, it had a prize claim on February 7th, March 17th, June 27th, and recently on October 7th, 2025. But despite all that, it is still 122% more likely to win a top prize. This would suggest that this ticket moves rapidly. Lots of people like this ticket. Lots of people like buying this ticket. The first one was bought on a Cumberland Farms on 600 North New Warrington Road in Pensacola. The second one was bought in a 7-Eleven at 13795 Southwest 88th Street, Miami. The third was bought in a Winn-Dixie on 99 Eglin Parkway, Northwest Fort Walton Beach. And the fourth one was bought in a Max Discount Beverage on 822 North Charleston Avenue, Fort Meade. Next, we'll calculate the adjusted top prize odds for November 21st, 2025. Picture to the right, you can see what prizes we have left. And this is the basis on how we calculate this. For the formula we're going to be using is going to be the number of top prizes remaining over the number of winning tickets left times the overall odds. For this ticket, that's going to be one top prize left over all these numbers you see here to the right times 3.41. That simplifies here, and that gets us this, which translates to 1 in 2.7 million per ticket. Since the original odds were 1 in over 6 million, that means it's going to be 122% more likely to win a top prize right now than it was at launch. But being that this ticket costs $10, we need to level the playing field a little bit. So let's calculate the chances per dollar, since not every ticket costs the same. $300 is divisible by all ticket prices, so we'll assume this will be our budget. And we'll compare this with our current top chance ticket. And the formula we're going to be using is one top prize times our $300 budget divided by the cost of the ticket for every X tickets. For $1,000 a week for life, our current top ticket, that is going to look like $150 over 3.6 million, which translates to 1 in 24,000 for every $300 we spend. For 2 million Gold Rush Multiplier, that is going to be 30 over 2.7 million, which translates to 1 in 90,000 for every $300 we spend. That makes this ticket, despite all of its pluses, nearly 4 times worse for hitting it big. But the top prize isn't everything, so let's take a look at the expected value per book. Pictures to the right, you can see the three prizes that are guaranteed to be in the average book. Notably, this ticket doesn't have what I like to call a highlight prize, which is usually a 1 in 30 or 1 in 60 type prize that tends to be $50, $100, etc., something like that. But instead, there's a third $20 prize that is more common than would be the one highlight prize, which is interesting. I haven't seen that so far when covering tickets. Books of $10 tickets contain 60 tickets, and the formula we're going to be using is the prize amount times the number of prizes in the book for each prize bracket over the book cost. So for this ticket, that's going to be 100 plus 75 plus 60 over 600 for 235 over 600, which translates to about a 39% return. 39% return represents how much money you would expect to win back on the average book. This return rate is bad. I don't like to see a return rate less than 40. 50 is where we want to be, though, and above 50 is great. And the odds of a top prize being in any particular book are going to be 1 in 45,000. So to summarize, for November 21st, 2025, the odds of a top prize being on any one ticket are going to be 1 in 2.7 million. The adjusted odds for a $300 budget are going to be 1 in 90,000. Your expected return when buying a book is going to be about 39%. And your odds are okay, but the return is overall just bad. Since starting this series, I've started keeping a tier list to track all the tickets and all their important information, and I've ranked them You can see that here at the bottom. For right now, I decided to place 2 million Gold Rush Multiplier, number 7 on our list, just behind its $50 counterpart. The reason being, its odds are 7th on the list. Its overall odds and book return do not make up for it. Its top prize being worth 1.2 million is a plus. It is about double what you'd expect from your $5 tickets, but that doesn't make it up for it in my eyes. Anything close to this amount is relevant to me. But it is significantly better to launch right now than it was. So if you're going to play this ticket, now is the time. Now we're going to scratch them just for fun. But before we do, the other things about this ticket are if you see a gold bar, it's $200. And then if you match any of these to these, you get the associated prize amount. And then every prize has a multiplier associated with it down here. All right, let's go. Yesterday's ticket was a nice boost. We're sitting comfortably at $80 up. But let's see if we can extend that lead. Nothing yet. All right, can the bonuses save us? No. And no. That's too bad. And how was my return personally? Well, since starting this channel, I've cataloged every ticket I've bought, being the ones I've covered, how much money it costs, and how much money I've won. For right now, since we lost that $10 ticket today, that puts us at $70 profit. Mostly because we've been doing well on the 20s and 30s. We've been doing fantastic on them, really. Thank you for watching today's Lotto lecture. If you liked it, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss tomorrow's lecture on Ultimate VIP Cash Word. And be sure to check out all of our previous Lotto lectures so you can stay up to date on the best tickets you need to be playing. And remember, play responsibly, know the odds, and I'll see you tomorrow at 5:45 p.m. EST.